chat session. So I'm with PowerInbox, and what PowerInbox does is it makes email interactive. And so we're really excited to kind of kick off this competition last week and also today. And I'm going to kind of give you an idea of what games and email actually means, and then show you a couple of really quick examples that we put together. And we're not, game developers by any stretch, but you can kind of see the potential of interacting in email. So really quickly, why email? So if you look at email, email itself is the original social network. If you look at your Facebook, you can't open a Facebook account with a Facebook email. You have to open it with your original email account. And so if you look at any of these gaming platforms, or these gaming distribution channels, Facebook, iTunes, etc., everything runs through your email. But because it runs through your email, you have to give off a certain amount of revenue cut for the ability to interact with those people. And what we can do at PowerInbox is take that away and allow you to directly integrate and directly involve your gamers. So there's no more concept of a middleman, it's just you building content that goes directly to your end users. And it's a new platform. You look at any new platform, the first people that get on the platform are the people that define how the platform works, and also the people that make the most money from the platform itself. And again, there's no intermediary between you and your gamer. So one of the big things with email is that box right at the bottom, which is the engagement level in email is very high. So if you look at email, every day people spend about 2.5 hours in email, and what we can do is allow you to deliver gaming content that those people can then play as part of their regular day-to-day activities and don't have to context to switch to pick up their mobile phone or go to a gaming portal to specifically play that game. And I'll show you an example of how that would work. And it's also very easy to leverage existing assets. So if you have any kind of game that sits in an iframe, or if you have any kind of game that fits, works on HTML5, it's very easy to kind of port that over to email and have that work inside email itself. So let me show you a quick example of this, because I think we only have about 5 minutes. So this is an example of kind of a very quick game that we put together. So this is kind of what PowerInbox can do, right? So if you have a regular email, and you open that, it's static content. It's an email that has text, it has some kind of images. With PowerInbox, that same email is now real-time and dynamic. So you can play videos right inside your email, you can tweet out everything that ties directly to your account, but what's also cool is that you can play games. So for instance, Pac-Man, right? And this is real-time, you're actually controlling the characters right there. When you die, you actually can't die. But there you go.
You're too good.
So what the real value of this is that point right there, where when you die, there's actually a write of information. Right? So it's not just that you're viewing data, you can actually write data back. And so for a game, when you make a turn, so let's say you're playing a Words with Friends, for instance, and you make a turn inside the game, you can actually write that information back immediately from your game. And here's an example of, for instance, Connect 4, Power 4, again, you can play real-time right inside your game, send the move out. Same thing with something like Battle Words. Everything is real-time, it's interactive, and instead of getting an email that just says, it's text-based and says, hey, this is what's happening, someone made a move and play now, you can actually play right inside your game. And so that's kind of the potential of email and making games in email. Now let me briefly talk about why this is interesting. So the first thing is that if you look at regular email, you always have to work through, particularly if you use Gmail, you have to work through this concept of you can't see the content itself, especially for games that has rich media and rich images. It kind of defeats the purpose when you have an email that's trying to get someone to do something, but you can't actually show that content. That's never an issue with PowerInbox. You will always see the content real time, and the content will be much more interactive because it's not just images, but interactive content. And the second thing is that a lot of these games, particularly asynchronous turn-based games, come from someone you know, and because it does, as you can see from the numbers, the engagement rates are a lot higher, right? 77% of people open an email that has a game inside it from one of their friends. 42% make a move instantly inside their email. A game takes about 19 hours to finish and 17 moves on average. So a person's engaging with this content at least once every hour, and this is that very basic Connect 4 game that I'm showing you right now. It's nothing advanced at all. But the engagement numbers are extremely high compared to regular email. It's almost 3 times higher than what you would see with static email. And so that's why we're really excited to kind of kick off this competition. We are working with Yetizen and putting together a competition for email games. And the way this works is the game itself can be submitted by April 19th, and then the game runs within a network until May 24th, and then we evaluate the winner. And then the winner gets the prizes listed above, which is 10,000 installs, one-on-one mentorships, a lot of PR coverage, and also a pass to Casual Connect. And so that's kind of what the product is. The product gives you the ability to interact with gamers directly inside your email, and it gives you the ability to take back control of gaming and take back control of how you interact with your own users. And by doing so, the engagement levels are much higher, and because they are higher, there's a lot more revenue potential in games itself. And to sign up, make sure you go to gamesandemail.com, and I'll be around here later, so definitely find me and talk to me.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions about the contest or about PowerInbox?
Yeah. Is there an install needed or a
Yeah,
plugin?
there's a one-time download.
Or Chrome plugin?
It works across everything, including Outlook.
I think it even works on clients too, like
Including Outlook.
it's crazy. All right, well, thank you.
Does the install come in an email?
You can install it from your email, and we have about 500,000 users right now, and 5 stars on the Chrome store. So when a person sees that, they see that. It's just like, hey, these are the number of users, this is the number of stars, so you know it's validated content and not about the rapid install.
What's your current install user base?
500,000 across all of them. It's skewed towards Chrome, but it works across everything.
Where do you go to subscribe to?
Gamesandemail.com. And that should have all the instructions there. If not, my email is Dileep at PowerInbox. It's D-I-L-E-E-P. Oh, D-I-L-E-E-P, Dileep at PowerInbox.com. So just shoot me an email about anything.
What platforms?
Sorry?
What platforms?
So this works, so right now we're focused on desktop. So it works across everything. So it works, so in email it works across Hotmail, Gmail, Yahoo.
Like Windows, Mac?
I mean, it works in any of them, right? Because as long as your browser is supported, it'll open up in the browser itself, so all of it. Cool. Well, hope you guys sign up, and find me if you have any other questions.
Enjoy the free food and talk to Dileep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just finally saw it. The first lunch? We're here for the first couple days?
Yeah. He said the first day was fun.
Yeah, it was amazing. They had sliders, they had a bar. It was UKTI. Yesterday it was